Hey everyone, today I have a pen that it's just so beautiful. It's the Stipula Adagio. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I believe I am. I'm basing it on the pronunciation of Caravaggio. And as you might assume, using the word adagio, it is related to music where things come in a slow progression, but once you reach where you're supposed to be, it's like a great outcome. At least that's how I understand it. Adagio comes in 3 colors. There's an amber, there's a blue, there's a sea green, and over at Goulet, there's a purple one, which I might have ordered last night. I did order it. Each one is beautiful, but the one that really stood out to me was the sea green. And the reason for that is because I thought it looked like sea glass. There's sea glass is really beautiful. It comes in red. Red is their color. Red outer sleeve. And the box, I look at this and I'm like, okay, does this not look like a box from Cartier? You know, the really expensive jewelry store, Cartier. That already made me feel like, wow, this is really fancy. It looks like a jewelry box, so I appreciate that. So open it up, and inside is this beautiful sea green pen. And the best part about it is it doesn't use an adapter or a cartridge. It's a piston filler. So it has this button knob at the end of it that turns, and you can fill it with ink that way. It retails for $140. At least that's where I'm seeing it for $140 at various places. I happened to find mine over at Atlas Stationer. I had a 15% off from their perks, their club. So like, you spend money, you earn points, and you could take those points and cash it in for like, I think they've got like a 5%, 10%, 15% coupon. Well, I had enough points where I could cash in and get my 15% off. So I ended up getting this for about $120. I don't think that's so bad for a pen that looks like this and is a piston filler. Let's take a look at that nib. So it is a steel Stipula Nib. Now I know a lot of y'all out there are gonna complain, oh, it's got a metal grip section. Yeah, it does. And I think it looks nice. So, some people have problems with their fingers getting slippery on it or stuff like that. Get over it. Just use the pen and enjoy it. It's beautiful. The silver metal grip section, piston knob up here, it looks nice together with the steel nib. I think it's real nice. I just totally ranted about that. I just realized that was really not cool. But a lot of people really don't like these metal grips. And I honestly, I've never really had a problem with them. A lot of Viscontis have this type of grip, and I think it's fine. I think it's it makes it look nice. So the clip is really interesting, and it kind of flares out away from the cap. So it's kind of cool, and it's springy. So, it'll clip on to whatever you want to clip it on to, your shirt, your pocket, your whatever. And does it post? It does post, not very deeply, but it still doesn't really affect the size of the pen in my hand. I don't normally write with my pens posted anyway, so when it's unposted, well, that's not good for a review. Wow. So this metal part just came off of my cap. Dang. This could really make a really scathing review, huh? Yeah, it wasn't glued on very well. Well, so when it's not posted, it actually, it's a little short, but this is how I prefer to write with my pens. But I'm really disappointed in what just happened. I put it on to post, pulled it off, came right off. now I'm kind of regretting the purple. The purple one arriving later on this week. I don't know, that might change a lot of your minds regarding if you want to invest in something like this, because $120 that's a lot of money. And so I guess let's see how the pen writes. I'm gonna ink it up. I have some Stipula Nib, and it's green ink. It's kind of I think it's called like green musk or something like that. I think it'll look nice with the brown neutral areas on here. Depending on whether or not how the nib writes will pretty much determine what I'm gonna do next with this. I'm kind of embarrassed for Stipula at the moment. That is really, I mean, the band on the cap, it is really pretty. It has all the little Stipula leaves, and yeah. So, all right, well, let's ink it up and see how she writes. Thank you so much for joining me with this look at the Stipula Adagio in Seagreen. It's a beautiful pen. Unfortunately, the construction isn't that great, but the nib, in my opinion, writes pretty good. So that still leaves me kind of undecided as to what I'm going to do about this pen. If I'm going to contact the distributor, or if I'm going to contact Atlas, or what I'm going to do. But I'll just have to sit here and ponder that for a day or two to figure out what I'm going to do about it. In most cases, I would encourage people to contact the pen people who have bought this from the distributor, because they can send this right back and get their money back as well. So I don't know, what do you think I should do? Would you keep it, or would you send it back? Let me know in the comments. I'm kind of curious as what y'all think. What do you think about that? It's unfortunate it happened on camera, because I'm not going to deny that that happened, but it did happen. So, but it is very pretty. All right, well, that's all I've got. And that's how the ink flows.